Hello everyone and welcome back to another video at Lawsisto. In today's video, we'll be discussing about the different types of bills and how these bills are passed. The most significant function of the parliament is to take legislative decisions such as making of the law or amending it. All legislative proposals are brought before the parliament in the form of bills. A bill is a draft of legislative proposals which becomes a law after the approval of both the houses, that is the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha, and the assent of the President. There are four different types of bills: constitutional amendment bills, money bills, financial bills, and ordinary bills. Constitutional amendment bills. These are the bills that seek to amend the constitution. Money bills. A bill is said to be a money bill if it contains provisions related to taxation, borrowing of money by the government, expenditure from or receipt to the Consolidated Fund of India. Bills that only contain provisions that are incidental to these matters would be regarded as money bills. Financial bills. A bill that contains some provisions related to taxation and expenditure and additionally contains provisions related to any other matter is called a financial bill. Therefore, if a bill involves merely the expenditure by the government and addresses other issues, then it's termed as financial bills. Ordinary bills. All other bills are ordinary bills. Let's understand how a constitution amendment bill is passed. So, a constitution amendment bill has to be passed by both the houses of the parliament, that is the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. It would be a simple majority of the total membership of that house and a two-thirds of the majority present and voting. Additionally, if the bill has matters related to, let's say, the election of the president and the governor, or matters related to the judiciary or any such matter, it must be approved by half of the state legislature. Let's understand how a money bill is passed. A money bill is only introduced in the Lok Sabha and it's introduced on the recommendation of the president. It must be passed in the Lok Sabha by a simple majority of the members that are present and voting. Following this, the bill may be sent to the Rajya Sabha for its recommendations, and the Lok Sabha can reject these recommendations. And if these recommendations are not given within a period of 14 days by the Rajya Sabha, then the bill is deemed to be passed by the parliament. Let's understand how financial bills are passed. Again, financial bills also should be introduced by the Lok Sabha on the recommendation of the president. The bill must be passed by both the houses of the parliament after the president has recommended that it can be taken up for consideration by each of the house. It's just that all money bills are financial bills, but all financial bills cannot be money bills. Let's understand this with the help of an example. The bill that contains only matters related to the tax proposals would be a money bill, whereas a financial bill would be a bill that contains matters related to taxation as well as other matters. So there is a combination of two things, taxation and other matters, then it is a financial bill. And the second difference is the procedure of how the bills are passed. A money bill has to be passed by the Lok Sabha and the Lok Sabha can reject the Rajya Sabha's recommendations, whereas financial bills have to be passed by both the houses. The speaker decides if a bill is a money bill or not, and the decision of the speaker is final. Let's understand how ordinary bills are passed. Ordinary bills can be introduced by either house of the parliament, the Rajya Sabha or the Lok Sabha. It must be passed by both the houses by a simple majority of the members that are present and voting. There are 5 stages through which an ordinary bill passes to become a law. The first stage is the first reading. It includes the introduction of the bill in either house of the parliament by a minister or by a private member. It is followed by a grant of leave and its publication in the Gazette of India. The second stage is the second reading. At this stage, the bill undergoes detailed scrutiny and discussion of each and every clause. This stage can be further divided into the stages of general discussion, committee stage and consideration stage. The third stage is the third reading. At this stage, no amendments are allowed. The bill needs to be passed by a simple majority of the members present and voting in the house. When the bill is authenticated by the speaker or by the presiding officer, it is sent to the other house for consideration and approval. The fourth stage is where the bill is in the second house. In the second house also, the bill needs to be passed by a simple majority of the members present and voting. If the second house passes the bill without any recommendations or without any amendments, it is sent to the president for his assent. The last and the final stage of passing of an ordinary bill to become a law is the assent of the president. If the president gives assent to the bill, then the bill becomes an act and is placed on the statute book. If the president withholds his assent, then the bill declines. So this is how the ordinary bill is passed to become an act. I hope you understood the types of bills and how these bills are passed in both the houses. Stay tuned to Lawsisto for more such videos.